Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Deb Sofield, and you're listening to my weekly podcast series called Encouragement for Your Life. Most of you know I'm a national speaker, trainer, and coach. I like to say I help people find their voice and learn to use it. I'm also a conference speaker on the topics of public speaking, presentation skills, how to deal with the media, and crisis communication. I've got a number of other presentations on my website if you'd like to check those out. If your organization has an upcoming conference and you need a keynote speaker, I hope you'll reach out at debsofield.com. I would love to be a part. I've got a number of great books on the market. My best-selling book, Speak Without Fear. My book, Perfecting Your Platform. Both of those are on Amazon and Audible if you like to listen to books. And my series, Encouragement for Your Life, which is a compilation of these podcasts, they're available on Amazon, volumes 1 through 3. Just go into Amazon, type in my name, Deb Sofield, all my books will appear. I've got a great theme today, and I'm calling it, A Friend Don't Worry About Tomorrow. All right, I'm Deb Sofield. Thanks for joining me. Stay tuned. Let's get started with today's show. Don't worry about tomorrow. I know you've heard that before. It comes from a verse in the Bible from Matthew 6:34. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Now, although that does not appear to be the most comforting verse I've ever read, it is more true than not. And with that knowledge in hand, I can rest assured that what will happen, and if it is to be so, I can't do anything about it. So I might as well get about the business of life and get things done that I promised myself and others that I would do. In an odd sort of way, I do like the verse because it's a great reminder that each day has enough trouble of its own. So Deb doesn't have to add to it by worrying or making myself sick with fear. Friend, you've been warned. So you know what's coming. You even know what potentially is coming tomorrow. As much as I want to control tomorrow so I don't mess anything up or miss anything, it really does me no good to worry and fret and become anxious for tomorrow because I actually have no idea what tomorrow will bring. Now, I can prepare for tomorrow and get myself ready, but worrying will not solve any problem I have coming my way. It's been said that all worry does is steal joy from today. I love the quote from Dale Carnegie. Remember, today is the tomorrow you worried about yesterday. I like a new quote. Worry is a total waste of time. It doesn't change anything. All it does is steal your joy and keep you very busy doing nothing. And the truth is, most of the things you and I are worried about right now, they're not going to come true, and most likely will never happen. So either we're setting ourselves up for disappointment or failure or both, and I have to tell you, I think that's a lousy way to live your amazing life. Or like Mary Hemingway said, worry a little bit every day and in a lifetime you will lose a couple years. If something's wrong, fix it if you can. But train yourself not to worry. Worry never fixes anything. I came across a quote from Corrie ten Boom that says, worry does not empty tomorrow of its sorrow. It empties today of its strength. All right. Those are great quotes to have as a reminder. And friend, you really cannot afford to worry, not in this life. I find a lot of people are worriers. They worry about everything, things they can control, things they cannot. Now, I'm not sure the reason they waste so much time in fear, and really that's what worry is, but it does seem to me that we have a national pastime, and it's to worry. I'll tell you what I think worry does for so many people. It gives them something to do. It makes them think you're taking action, but in reality, you're not. You're just wasting mental energy worrying about things you've got no control over. You have decided that instead of doing the things you need to do, you're just going to sit around and waste valuable time doing nothing. Whew, that must be fulfilling, my friend. Yeah, I'm joking. Listen, worry is nothing but wasting time. Hey, maybe you have time to waste. Maybe all your chores are done. Maybe your shopping is all finished and the house is decorated and the cooking is done. The house is clean and all your shoes are polished. Your files are ready for the new year. Your attic and garage are spotless. Your closets are organized and cleaned out and the extra ready to give to Goodwill. Wow, good for you. I'm impressed. If everything is done, then hey, maybe you have a little bit of time to sit around and worry. But you know what? People who have all their stuff together are not the type to sit around and worry. Why? They realize that worrying won't stop bad stuff from happening. It just stops them from enjoying the good life today. Smart people don't waste their seconds, minutes, hours, days, months, years doing nothing. Mark my words, you will never see an outrageously successful person be a worrier. Never. Why, you may ask? Well, because successful people know that things which matter most should never be at the mercy of things which matter least. Great quote. One thing I always find fascinating is when you see people who worry and fret and moan and groan, and then when some unexpected incident happens, they forget all about their worries they woke up with that morning. In an instant, they are now focused on the issue at hand. Nothing puts life in perspective like a car accident, a fall, or a house fire. Suddenly, all the worrying about the little things in life, they fall away when the real issues are jolted to the forefront of our thinking. Now, Deb is not wishing any misfortune enters your life ever. I simply want to remind you of how quickly you forget the issues that seem to weigh heavy on your mind when real, life-changing issues occur. May I remind you that you would do well not to worry. Or let me go one step further and say, hey, stop worrying about tomorrow and the next day and the next. Instead of worrying, let's stop and consider some options to help you focus instead of flittering around. Think in straight lines about what's due next. If you had to put a plan on paper, and I do encourage you to write it out, what's due next to help you get things in order? Friend, don't make this harder than it is, really. What's due next? Do you need some tools, more time, some advice or help? If so, ask. What I find fascinating is so many people are afraid to ask for help when the person who could help wouldn't mind a bit if asked properly and then take the actions prescribed and then thank them for their help and advice. I think donuts is always a great suggestion. So back to the task at hand. Really, what's due next? When you sit around worrying, you would do so well to simply say to yourself, hey, what should I be doing now? Because once you start your list, you'll be amazed how quickly things fall into place. But here's the key. You got to stop worrying and start working. Yes, just a few letters difference and all the difference in the world. Worry does not take the place of work. So once again, let's start with your list of what is due. I can't tell you how, when I actually have a list and I stick to it, I am amazed how quickly the items on my list are accomplished and how good I feel when that list is checked off and I'm on to the next big thing. Working on my list takes away my worrying about if I'm going to get it done. Once I put a simple plan in place, trust me, all my plans are simple, I don't have the energy to make anything harder than it is or harder than it should be. Friend, take a few minutes today and write out your list. I'm not sure if I told you the story about my friend Stuart, who gave me a t-shirt that said, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. See, there is no someday. I love that shirt. Not just because it's cool, but because it speaks to the heart of the matter, which is that today is the day you have to make something happen. So friend, since there is no someday, I'm hoping that you will stop worrying about what coulda, shoulda happened and get going today. Stop allowing the false fear of worry stop you or even slow you down. Why? Because we all have 1,044 minutes today to get things done. But that only will happen when you stop wasting your time and get to work. Listen, life is uncertain. We live in the knowledge that everything changes. So let me remind you of one of life's truths. Friend, don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Don't add to it. Just be assured that you will have the strength to get through whatever life sends your way. Sometimes you have to stop worrying, wondering, and doubting, and simply have faith that things will work out. Hey, maybe not as you planned, but how it is meant to be. Worrying will not change the world. It only changes you. So friends, stop worrying. Work hard, take chances, keep the faith. Why? Because when all is said and done, don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow has enough troubles of its own. All right, I know, once again, tough love, but friend, I just want to see you do well in life And I want to walk alongside you as you begin to see what could be if you'll stop worrying and put your shoulder to the plow and head straight down the path. I hope you'll join me next week. We're going to continue this journey together as we work towards a better day. And remember, Deb doesn't care what the world says about you. I want you to know I care about you. I care about you because I don't want you to waste another day worrying about something that you've got no control over. Because when you're worrying, you're not working. And if you're not working, you won't do big things. And I believe you can do big things. And I'm going to walk alongside you as we follow your dream to great success. All right, take care, everybody. Join me next week.